All right. This could prove to be a really bad idea. But that's where we are, Hinkley Dam. That's Bellis Road. And the water level looks high enough to make this happen. So we're gonna go for it. Here's my parting shot from Bellis Road. I'm on my way. First obstacle of the day. Not very far in. First obstacle. Yikes. I felt better about climbing over than trying to go under. I just couldn't get lined up over there. I broke through that wall of foam right there, and it's going that way. There's another bad one. I'm walking. It's a little more scary here. This section was pretty fast. You can see the water. I'm in the backyards along Route 606, coming up towards Route 303. All right, I just crossed Route 303. That was an exciting section, to say the least. Well, that was nice. Yikes. Yeah, this is gonna be a little hiking here. But wait, there's more. Oh. Yeah, we don't want to run that into that tree over there. So I'm gonna walk it through here. Well, current situation is me sitting on a tree, but there's a huge strainer on the left, so I'm gonna go through, probably walk through the shallows on the right. And there's ants on me. Hi. This last stretch was really nice. I don't think it was by the golf course, but they had some really nice yards there. But we're back into this kind of thing. But yeah, I saw baby ducks, 2 little raccoons washing by the river. Then there was a doe on one side of the river, and she crossed and made an amazing leap out of the river up to the height of the bank, which you can use. That one's a little high for reference, but it was probably 6 feet. And it turned out her fawn was hiding right on the shore, pretty much right next to me. And it just sat there looking at me. Very cool. I'm fine. No, really. I'm gonna get the boat right through that little hole right there. See? Nothing to it. Heading that way. Well, this video is going to look like I'm not having fun, but these big deadfalls aren't that hard to navigate. But the water in between is so awesome. This is a nice place for a break. No, I'm fine, really. No problem here. Alright, this doesn't look good. It gets fast, and then I see a huge deadfall down there. So, let's see how this goes. Just crossed Mattingly Road. That was a really nice section, except for a couple big deadfalls, of course. Whoa. Sorry, I needed to paddle with one hand there. I'm not very good at that. Here we are. This looks like a slower section. We'll be coming into Valier Golf Course in a little bit. There was a bald eagle sitting right there. Boy, helmet cam would have been good for this trip, but that's a lot to mess with. I managed to fit under there, but pretty much that's all the way across. But that was the spot. Now, onward. How low can you go? I think I can get this one, but this is the only spot. Then we'll go that way. There's a boat. There's a bridge. And I think I can launch and get out that way. I might bring that rim back with me. That's pretty nice. Okay, reevaluated. I think I can make it from here instead of climbing over all that. Here we go. Valier Golf Course, people. If you've ever played here, you might recognize that bridge. Probably also recognize that tree. I think people are probably teeing off right over my head, so I'm going to keep moving. Very little of this river is like this. This is the slowest part I've been on. There have been all kinds of animals. Birds, eagles, blue herons, buzzards. There have been raccoons. There's a beaver, deer, baby ducks all over the place. And there's a blue jay. There he goes. Alright, I gotta paddle. I think I see some daylight under there. Look at the size of that tree. This is how I'll be coming into it. Yeehaw. This bridge is on a private driveway off of Ridge Road. Pretty close to Boston Road. Yeah, I fit under it. Here's Ridge Road. You can hear them blazing away over at South Cuyahoga Sportsman's Club. Hopefully I don't go anywhere near them. This looks a little bit spicy up here, but yeah, should be fine. Looks nice that way. But can't get through that. Can't even get over it. So here we are. I already busted a trail through here. I'm going back for my boat. I'm trying to be careful that I don't blunder into a bee's nest. I'm glad I didn't find any snapping turtles with all my wading that I had to do. Hey, look, a boat. I can use that. So, guess where I'm at? This is Bennett Road. So, that's where I come from. Nice bridge, huh? And of course, looks benign from here, right? Fingers crossed. See if I can make it to Royal View and without getting out of the boat. Ugh, here we go again. I don't think there's any way around this one. Except maybe on the horse trail up there. We'll see. The river is right there, but there's a huge deadfall as you saw. So I got out over here, and this is the old horse trail. Fortunately, there is an old horse trail. Going that way. Yeah, that was a big one. Off we go. Whoopsie, let's go back to bullseye. That's what happens when you're not paying attention. Ugh, well, I got all wet on that one. I dipped my arm in the water, but I didn't flip. Pretty cool. Huge shale. Sorry, probably got dizzy on that one. Yeah, it's nice shale walls here. This is right across. There should be a bridle trail right over here. Millstream Run Reservation. Just some interesting erosion here, right? It's like a little point with one tree left growing on it. You can hear the water up here. We'll go check it out. That was actually kind of a spicy section. It was shallow and very bumpy. Anyway, this is the technique for getting over trees. Pull up next to it, sit on the tree, haul the boat over there, put your butt in the boat, and keep on going. Yeehaw. So, it won't be long before these guys are completely blocking the river. Unfortunately, that's what makes this section so bad. It's not wide enough for as big as these trees are. Nobody would ever maintain it. because water level's too inconsistent. But today was the day. I'm going to be at 130th Street pretty soon, and I'll hang on down to Royal View, and then I'm going to call it because I am pooped. 130th Street. Holy smokes. Yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit more, then I'm done. I'm at Royal View. It's so nice. I just want to keep going, even though I'm really, really tired. So I'm going to try to make it now to the Route 82 parking lot. It's just basically across the street, right? Oh boy. If you're on Royal View Red, take the downhill towards the river, you'll be right up here. I'd like to catch somebody going by, but I can't paddle and do the camera at the same time. So, gotta go. That was nice. Oh, sorry. Route 82. Let's find a place to get off of this water. I'm done. All right. Put a fork in. I'm done.